Alright, so let's get this started. We have seen in the previous video that how to install the Unreal Engine and how to create a new project with the third person template. So I had done this and we have the third person template project set up here. I have done nothing. So this is the first screen that you will see when you have created the third person template project. Now in this lecture we are going to see different kinds of blueprints, right? So I am going to right click, so it will open me the palette window. I'm going to give the new folder. I'm going to name it object. Control S to save and then double click to open it. Here we have this window. So far we have seen this. It will be this, it will look like this. Okay, so basically this is how you need to create the actor blueprint. So this is the interface of the actor blueprint. We will see about this interface in the next lecture, but you will get an idea that how the actor blueprints will look like. So actor blueprints are basically, they will create the interaction. They can be placed inside the map. For example, let's say I can drag and drop here inside the map. Okay, then in the future we will give some interaction, that how this actor is going to interact with this cube, maybe all these things, this one, this one, this one, this one, all these are actors. Okay, how we are going to interact with those, we will design that later in this course. And then as a second thing, now I'm going to create a new folder and I'm going to give it as let's say now we are going to create the animation blueprint. So I'm going to give it as animation. Now inside the animation I'm going to, I need to go for the animation blueprint. Here you will see this option here. So if I give the animation blueprint, it will ask for two things. One is give me the skeleton, because if you are trying to create the animation blueprint, it requires a skeleton. Okay, so I'm going to give the SK mannequin, because SK mannequin, this skeleton is old Unreal Engine mannequin, this is the current new one, and it will ask for a parent class. Okay, so I'm going to give the normal anim instance parent class and I'm going to click the create. And we know the Unreal conventions, so for consistency I'm going to give app underscore let's say it was player anim bp stands for blueprint, so player anim blueprint. So let's open it. Here you can see this is the interface of the animation blueprint. So if you keenly observe this, they both will look different. Okay, but if you see the left window like my blueprint, you will see the same option here, my blueprint. The window will be same. Okay, and in the details panel here, and also we have the details panel here, so this will look similar. Okay, so this is one kind of blueprint and we will call it as animation blueprint. So animation blueprint will handle all the animation changes that you wish your character to do in this world. All right, so now we are going to create our third blueprint. This time we are going to create uh, a blueprint interface. Okay, so blueprint interface, a naming convention is BPI, which means blueprint interface underscore. Let's say we will talk about the interface later in this course, but for now you need to understand that this will be shared among a lot of the actors. Interactable. So what does it mean? So this will act as a communication manager between two actors. For example, let's say this actor, just we drag and dropped here, right? So this actor and this actor, they don't need to know about each other. Okay, they can implement this blueprint internally and they can talk each other without knowing them each other. Okay, so this is the power of the interface. We will explore that for sure. So interface, this is the editor interface of the interface blueprint. Here you can add new function. For example, let's say interact. Okay, so if I give the interact, I have added a function. We will see what is the function. So I have added a function. Now if any of this blueprint needs to implement it, I need to go for the class settings, then I need to go for inherited interfaces, sorry, implemented interfaces, then add, then you can see here BPI intractable. Okay, so we will definitely see about this, how to implement the interface and what is the concept of coupling and decoupling. We will see this later in this course. All right. So next thing we are going to see is we are going to talk or we are going to see about the level blueprints. So how to go to the level blueprints? You can see here there is the small icon here, right? So I'm going to click it and you can see the option open level blueprint. I'm going to click it and now you can see this is how the level blueprint will look like. But if you closely observe this, it looks very similar for the actor blueprint, and then the level blueprint will look similar. The one fine difference is actor blueprint has components tab. Meanwhile, other blueprints will have definitely my blueprint tab, details panel. Okay. So this is how you open the level blueprint. So when to use the level blueprint? Level blueprint will actually, I personally use it for triggering a cutscene in the game. For example, if you are playing something and you need to show the user something interactive but more cinematic way, so you can create the cinematics in the using in the Unreal using the sequencer. Then you can trigger it at the certain point. Okay, so that's a separate topic, and for level blueprint is the great place to do those things. And what are the level based action you need to do? You can simply use this thing, and this one is the blueprint exclusive. All right, it is not available for the C++. It is the blueprint exclusive. Level blueprint is the blueprint exclusive. All right, now we are going to create the one more new blueprint that is going to be called widget blueprint. Widget. Then we will talk about one more blueprint is there, and most thingly our course is not going to focus on this. We have one more course, that is Unreal Foundation course. There you will see the material. There we will talk about the materials, but I will show you a glimpse that how to create the material blueprint. So right click and create the material, and then I'm going to name it as flame material. Okay, flame material, there you go. So this is the interface of the editor interface of the this is called as material editor, and we are seeing the material editor interface. So this will look something different because of this is the certain I mean this is entirely different blueprint that you can create the materials. First of all, what is the material? Like for example, let's say if I created the material, for instance, I can add a color. Might be I can hold the 3, I'm giving it here, and I'm going to paste it here in the blueprint. So I'm going to give, it will stands for RGB, so I'm going to give 1 RGB. XYZ will act as RGB. I'm going to drag it to the base color, click on apply. There you go, I have the material here. So if I drag and drop it in the cube, it will become red. Okay, so materials are like a paint that you can give to the meshes. Okay, static meshes or skeletal meshes, whatever, you can apply the material to the any object in this world. For example, I can do it here as well. You can see here. So I'm going to drag and drop, it will, the materials will be converted. Okay, so this is entirely different workflow. Now I'm undoing the project, undoing the things. So this is called material editor blueprint, and we are not going to cover this in the course. And finally we have AI blueprints, which is the final blueprint that we need to understand this. So I'm going for the artificial intelligence, and here I can need to give for the behavior tree. Okay, I need to BT, okay, behavior tree, which belongs to the enemy, and it is going to be the normal enemy. Okay, so here you can see this window will entirely look different. Here we have one similarity is we have the details panel. Okay, so here this blueprint will execute from top to bottom. This is not like that simply actor blueprint. Okay, this will execute from top to bottom. Here you have the rules and regulations that based on the decision, based on the notes and based on the conditions that you are giving, the AI will decide what to do next. So okay, so this is the advanced concept that is not fit for this purpose of this course. Okay, but just I need you guys to understand this is the AI blueprint. So far so good. We have seen the different kinds of blueprint here, and we are further going to learn about those blueprints, and mostly you see all blueprints is closely resemblance to the actor blueprint. So why can't we start our journey with the actor blueprint? In the next lecture we will talk about the actor blueprint editor interface. Okay, so we can understand the editor interface, that what is the details panel and what is the my blueprint section and what are the components tab, what are the class settings, class defaults. We can see all of those things in the next lecture.